Welcome back to the Monroe Review. Now, one interesting item I wrote in December was about the record box office receipts for Lion King at the Soroyan to the tune of $3 million. Now, there aren't similar box office totals for local theater, but it's safe to say that the Good Company Players production of Mamma Mia would have been way up there on any 2018 list. That's why they're bringing it back. Now let's welcome Emily Pessano and Teddy Maldonado, who are reprising their roles in the show less than a year after the GCP premiere. Welcome.
Thank you.
It's great to have you here. Thank you so much. So is this pretty common for Good Company to bring a show back this soon?
Not really. We could probably count on one, maybe two hands the times that we've done something like this, but it's very few times that we've brought it back exactly a year after, or in this case, slightly less.
Right, right. And so maybe a couple of those others would have been Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah, Christmas Story, the musical.
Christmas Story.
Back in the day, the first time we did Annie, I think, was one.
So when you did your very first performance of Mamma Mia, could you just tell that this was a hit? This was a local, it was going to be a local favorite? Yeah,
I mean, I think we kind of knew beforehand.
Just because of the ticket sales,
just
right?
Because of people being so excited about the title. And we know that that's what people have been wanting to see. And of course, from our end, we've been saying, well, it's not available, you know, for years and years we haven't had access to this show, and we do now, and it's exciting.
Yeah, by the end of the show, you know, you can really tell that the audience, you know, they just love the music. And I think even for people who aren't ABBA fans, because I know there are a lot of them out there, I think you still, you know, are moved by the music and maybe hear a song that, you know, that comes back to you, or maybe you didn't hear before. So yeah, definitely by the end, we do kind of a big sort of hoedown at the very end, and we get people up and they're standing, you know, and we bring them up on stage, and so by the end, they're really, you know, they're moved and they love it.
It is a really amazing show. It's got so much heart. I actually saw Mamma Mia for the very first time in Toronto, and it was on September 12th, 2001.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
And they were trying to decide whether they were, you know, going to kind of go on with the show. Right. And I wasn't sure if I wanted to go see a show, and it was the perfect show, you know, to see, because by the end, everybody was just up on their feet, dancing, happy, excited. It was nice.
Yeah, it's great in that way, because it's not just fluff, though. There is a story there, and there is some real heart, and we've worked in our production to really connect to that as much as possible and to keep it grounded and real for all of that, because the music speaks for itself. But yeah, by the end, I mean, it's one giant party.
Well, and one thing I really like about the show as well is that for a jukebox musical, it is so clever in how it took those songs and threaded them together to actually make a story, and it's an original story. It's one that just kind of pops up, and it's actually very fun to follow that story. So, Teddy, you play Sam.
Yes.
You're one of the three
potential
fathers.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know about Mamma Mia, explain what are you doing on this island?
So basically, Emily's character Donna has had these romances with three different gentlemen over the years, or around this particular summer when they were all in Greece together. So basically, because they had these romances, there was an offspring from it, a daughter, and the daughter's getting married, Sophie, and she's wanting to find out who her fathers are, because she wants someone to walk her down the aisle. And so she sends out these invitations to the fathers, keeping it from Donna, of course, it's a secret. So the fathers show up, and the excitement ensues from there. So it's fun, and to be honest, even though I play Sam, I still don't know who the father really is. So that's kind of an exciting aspect of it.
There's
they kind of keep that hidden from us, so that way
kind of ambiguity.
You know,
do people ask you that at parties? Like, okay, who do you think the father is?
Yeah, when we were greeting last time, they'd be like, so which one? was
Yeah,
it? Or,
yeah.
who's your favorite or something.
So for you, it's a pretty emotional role at times. I mean, you sing "Winner Takes It All." I mean, it gets pretty intense for Donna.
Yeah, I would describe it as being basically in a completely different show than everyone else in the cast, because most of the people are having the party and have the sequins and all of that, and I have that too, but Donna's story is so different than everyone's. She doesn't even have the wedding. It's not her wedding that is the happy light at the end of the tunnel. She's kind of stressed and trying to make ends meet, and then these guys show up, and of course, she has different feelings about each and every one of them, and really Sam is the kind of the one that got away, and he was the first love, and then the others were sort of consoling myself over the loss
You
of
put things
him.
so delicately.
Yeah.
So what was it like to bring back a show so soon after it had finished its run?
Well,
Did you remember all the lyrics and the blocking? And
musically, and maybe it's just me, but musically it's been like that. It comes right back. It's some of the blocking and some of the dances that you're sitting there in rehearsal kind of going, let's see.
But you still had to go through that whole rehearsal
Oh,
process
yeah.
because not all of the cast is returning. So what's the percentage
Probably
of?
about half, give or take, are returning. We have two new dads, and our Sophie is.
So who plays the new dads?
We have Greg Granis plays Harry, and Ted Nunes plays Bill, and Sophie is played by Emma Dunbeston.
Okay, and Sophie, your daughter.
Yeah, I have a new daughter.
You have a new daughter. Well, it's nice to kind of mix things
It's
up,
theater.
right?
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, and that's one of the wonderful things about theater too, is that age doesn't matter as
Yeah.
much as it does.
Thankfully, because I think I am lucky to play this part, and it's a really great role. But I think I got lucky in the way everything worked out.
So one of the things I love about Mamma Mia is the backup singing, and even though you're principals, you're behind the curtain there, right? Singing when other people are on stage. Describe that scene for us. What is that like? Are people just all jammed all over the place?
Well, during Tech Week, it can be chaotic. I mean, Tech Weeks are chaotic anyway, but you find sort of your position, and people will have quick changes backstage because they have to, they're needed to be up on a microphone. But yeah, basically we have two microphones backstage, and that's another thing. You have to be very conscious of the noise you're making. I mean, there's
They're
no
live mics, yeah.
And sometimes you're probably even changing costume, right?
Oh yeah, and that was the hardest part, and it will be again, is just navigating who needs to be in front of the mic to sing and who needs to rush
Right.
off to have a quick
Right.
change and come back. But yeah, we're all doing the same amount of work.
And keeping that balance also,
Yeah.
that's crucial, so you don't have one,
Well, we should set up a webcam or something back there just so we can
Sure.
we can see it.
Yeah, we'd love for you to
so
see
you
it.
open on January 17th.
Yes.
And how far do you, or when do you
We'll run
through?
through March 17th.
And so that's actually 10 months, probably. Like there's only a 10-month gap then
Yeah.
between.
Yeah.
So you could even almost rename the theater, the Mamma Mia Theater.
Exactly.
Well, we're going to bring you back for a musical number. We're very excited about that. We'll be hearing you in just a moment. But welcome back to the Monroe Review. Now let's close out the show with a performance from Mamma Mia featuring Emily and Teddy.
Where are those happy days? They seem so hard to find. I try to reach for you, but you have closed your mind. Whatever happened to our love? I wish I understood. It used to be so nice, it used to be so good. So when you're near me, darling, can't you hear me? SOS. The love you gave me, nothing else can save me. SOS. When you're gone, how can I even try to go on? When you're gone, though I try, how can I carry on?
wish I understood what happened to our love. It used to be so good. So when you're near me, darling, can't you hear me? SOS. The love you gave me, nothing else could save me. SOS. When you're gone, how can I even try to go on? When you're gone, though I try, how can I carry on?
Why didn't you tell me it was Sophie getting married?
That's absolutely none of your business.
And what about this guy, Sky? Is he good enough for her?
That's none of your business either. So when you're near me, darling, can't you hear me? SOS. And the love you gave me, nothing else could save me. SOS. When you're gone, how can I even try to go on? When you're gone, though I try, how can I carry
Hey, wait a minute. That's not a part of the song. Oh.
Did I come on too soon?
No, you
No.
didn't. Happy New Year! Woo!
Well, that wraps it up for this month's episode of the Monroe Review. Be sure to keep up online at monroereview.com and check out all the recent changes on the site, including a new optional membership feature. A big thank you to our volunteer crew. Yay!
Yeah!
And a thank you to all our guests, Ann Scheid, Alyssa Martin, and Katie Green, and Emily Pessano and Teddy Maldonado. And for all of you, please keep exploring and supporting the local art scene.
You can't
we'll
be
see you next
contained.
time. I know, I
It's
can't
so
be contained.
exciting.
It's wild down here.
Yeah!
Bye. Thank you, guys.